Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Saturday evening already because we got a lot of stuff done. Well, Courtney got a lot of stuff done today as far as setting up Christmas things. So I'll have to show you that. But I grabbed the camera because our Saturday night so far, it's not even the evening yet. It's only like 4:30. But our night so far made us realize how cool we are. Courtney, what are you doing?
Crocheting.
Nice. And what are we watching?
2000s commercials.
Yeah, an hour and a half worth of commercials. And look, we're more than halfway in, so like we're the coolest.
And before this, we watched 90s commercials.
Ooh. We're just gonna keep going through the eras, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is what we're doing on our Saturday afternoon.
Crocheting with commercials.
It's pretty great though. These commercials are classics.
Yeah, they are.
That's one thing that I love about YouTube is that there are so many of these classic commercial like compilations out there because I don't know about you guys, but whenever I would record stuff on TV, on like VHS, it would include all the commercials. And what these channels do is they just get that footage, chop out the bits that are like what you were actually recording, and just make a compilation of all these commercials from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s. But it's a ton of fun to like go through and watch these because like the jingles come back and like you see commercials for toys and you're like, oh my god, I wanted that so bad, and it makes you remember things that you like completely forgot. We did have one instance that was kind of depressing.
It was horrible.
It was pretty sad. So for fun, what I've been doing is if a phone number appears on the screen, I'll call it.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like
just see if it's still an active number.
Yeah. There was one set of commercials that was clearly somebody that lived like around Westchester, New York, or like right around New York City.
Yeah.
Because it had all the city, like it was
It had
advertising
some, like,
places.
local businesses.
Yeah. So one of the advertisements were for a like a Broadway, like off-Broadway theater. And it was like a deal. You could pay like so much, you get a coupon and you can go out to eat and you can go see any of these shows. So I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great deal. Mind you, this commercial's from like 1993. So I'm like, let me call. Let's see what's going on. So I call the number.
And at first, we're like, oh my gosh, the number still exists and it's still for the same place.
Because it rang right through to a machine and like a voice message that was the exact same theater that we were watching a commercial for. But the message was like, thank you for calling the so-and-so theater. After 45 years of being in business, we've had to close our doors permanently due to the COVID virus. And they literally said on the message, like, we just can't afford to be open. Like, we can't afford it anymore, so...
I started to cry.
It was really sad.
It was so sad.
And then I hung up, I was like, oops.
I was like, this game isn't fun anymore.
It wasn't fun anymore. And I haven't called any other places.
I was really sad. Like,
yeah.
Places like that are really, really impacted. I was just telling him before he called the number, I was like, man, I really miss going to like a local theater that has like at the intermission, you go out, you have a couple drinks, you go back in, and it's like a nice theater. I don't know if any of them are going to open again.
There'll be tons that are. But it was just really bad that the one I called, the message literally said like,
After 45 years
of
fun and entertainment. And like, it was all in good fun. We were like,
until that.
What if this place still exists? And then we're like, you know what it was? It was the false excitement of, oh my gosh, they do exist.
And then the message played.
The message.
Courtney, this is going to be the whole night. Just commercials. As long as you have that to work on, I'm like 100% content watching these old like 90s commercials. This is great.
Today's day for cozy food. So I'm sauteing up some peppers and onions. I cooked up some Impossible meat and seasoned it. I'm all fired up because I'm making Impossible chili. We'll see how it comes out. Oh yeah, look at that bubbly goodness. What are you doing? Are you just jealous that your brother's getting another scoop of food? Yeah, you are. Don't be jealous. It has medicine in it. He doesn't care. He just wants more food. What a stumpy little fatty. What a stumpy little tubby. Of course, you have to have the mandatory sharp cheddar cheese on top.
I did taste it. It's
Yeah.
very, very flavorful, but not spicy like I wanted it. So I added a bunch of ghost pepper sauce. And I accidentally, like, you know when you pour something and you look into the bottle to see when it's coming out to, like, make sure you're not going to put too much? So I did that, but I put too much.
So you failed at doing that.
Yeah, so it's going to be delicious either way. So thank you for dinner. We're going to watch The Mandalorian.
Oh, I didn't realize there was another episode up. I have a little bit of a headache, so
Oh, did you take medicine?
I'm gonna go do that.
Look at these effects. See that? See how that's off? That means it's time for bed. We have all the main lights set so that when it's 11 o'clock, they all turn off. Because typically we're in bed by then, but it's like 12:19. Uh-oh. Yeah.
We don't go to bed when somebody's stuck playing Dark Souls.
I was playing Dark Souls for a good, 3 hours?
Probably longer.
Yeah. Oh, goodbye. I was playing Dark Souls for quite a while. I got through a boss, or did I get through one or two bosses? I got through a boss. At least a boss.
You got through one full-fledged boss and then two middies.
Yes, and I got to the point where I am at the next boss. I walked into the room.
Which is much scarier than the last boss.
Way scarier. I walked into the room, and then I went to walk a certain way, and I just one-shot dead. So...
Yeah. But the funny thing is when you first walk in the room, it just looks like a little alligator. You're just like, oh, look at the alligator.
Like,
but that's just the nose.
And then the rest of it comes out. It's called the Gaping Dragon. It's giant. It's gross.
I mean, you can tell it's a dragon, but it kind of also has the body shape of an ant.
And then it leans, it
leans
bends
backwards.
itself backwards, and its belly is all
Just
teeth.
eviscerated, and it's all teeth inside.
It's not eviscerated. That's where it eats. It's like if I ate with my belly. So it was very gross.
Split open, and we're like chomp, chomp, chomp.
We're gonna dream about this now. But it was giant. It was scary.
It's called the Gaping Dragon.
What? Yeah, it's scary. We're not that kind of channel. It was scary. I got killed in one hit because I just kind of ran in there not knowing what to do. But Courtney said
that every time.
That's time for bed. So it is time for bed. I hope you guys had a good Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to continue. Oh, we put up Christmas stuff. We have to show you. We'll show you tomorrow.
Finally put up the little tree outside.
She did. But the wind's been crazy, so it's been falling over. But alas, it is time for bed. So good night. We'll see you real soon.
Good night.